victory in San Fran on Saturday. Golden State, though, reportedly now expects to miss Gary Payton II for a month. That's after he injured his elbow with that controversial play. Dillon Brooks was ejected for it, a flagrant 2. The league has not yet announced if he's going to get any further punishment for his role in this incident. So, given the severity of Payton's injury, Shannon, how would you feel if Brooks was suspended today now?
I wouldn't be shocked. Skip, let's just say for the sake of argument, you know I wanted to be a lawyer at one point in time. I wouldn't take Dillon Brooks' case pro bono. In a situation like this, Skip, given what he did.
You're talking about for nothing.
Yeah, but
yes,
no, hey,
yes.
You know, sometimes, Skip, you know what? I believe you innocent. I'm willing to take your case on and fight City Hall for you.
Especially with the notoriety attached.
Right. And in this situation, nah, brother, they're going to call you to break me on with this one. Skip, look, what I hate is that it seems like to me they're going to add punishment on, given the fact that Gary Payton got injured. And like I said, I felt it was a flagrant 2 to begin with. I thought the punishment fit, he was ejected. But now because Gary Payton is going to be injured, say he broke, I dislocated my elbow, I missed a month. Seems like he got some ligament damage, and it seems like the timeline from him is 3 to 5 weeks.
Sort of the same.
It's
yeah.
Sort of the same.
Could be back if they got to the finals.
Right. So with that being said, Skip, look, I get it. There used to be a time this was a common foul. You remember those playoffs? Bill Laimbeer, Larry Bird up fake, Bill Laimbeer came down with an elbow on top of his head. They fell to the floor. They swinging at each other. That's no more. Those days are over. I just felt that Dillon Brooks, look, intent, that only matters to Dillon Brooks. Gary Payton II is still injured. I wouldn't, Skip, I don't want to see him get suspended, but like I said, I'm not going to go to the mat for him fighting. Like, nah, Commissioner, you wrong on this one. Nah, whoever's doling out the punishment, y'all got this one all wrong. I'm not going to fight for him like that. Would I be surprised? No, I'm not going to be surprised if he gets suspended, given that, can you imagine, let's just say for the sake of argument, who could we say? Let's just say somebody did Steph Curry like that. Oh, they're going to miss the rest of the playoff. They ain't going to just miss no game. He might just get a game. Imagine if Draymond had a hit jaw in the face and yanked him down by the jersey. Oh, Draymond going to get suspended for sure. You said you want to keep stars in the game? Well, unfortunately, Dillon Brooks might have to bear the brunt of this one, Skip, and sit another game as opposed to just sitting the entire, basically he missed damn near the whole game. He only played, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So it was basically like he got a good warm-up, ran up the court one time, hit the foul, head to the shower. He might be gone again, Skip. And it seems like what they're basing it on is the Grayson Allen situation with Caruso. Caruso ended up breaking his wrist. I think he missed like 2 months, 8 weeks. He got a game. I would not be shocked if he got a game for this, given the severity of the injury.
It sounds like you're leaning toward you'd be okay with it.
Skip, like I said, I'm not going to fight it. I wouldn't go fight it because I just think, the play, Skip, me and you just differ because I thought he hit him upside the head, a really hard lick, and it knocked him off balance. Being up in the air is tough when you're up in the air. Having caught passes for a living, being up in the air, I didn't like being up in the air. I like having my feet on the ground.
Okay. All I know is after I slept on this, if Dillon Brooks gets suspended today, if that news flashes and comes down on my phone and I see it, I think I might throw up because this would be a low point for the National Basketball Association that I have loved these many years. But given the climate we live in, given the way I watch every league, especially the NBA, overreact to Twitter overreaction, they might be so on the run over this now that the news is official that Gary Payton II is going to miss X weeks,
right,
whatever it is.
Right.
Now that he's definitely going to start missing games, then it feels like it could be a retribution suspension on Dillon Brooks.
Right.
You said yesterday, there's been like a proposal in your head or whatever out there. Well, if somebody gets hurt, then if you hurt them, you should be gone as long as they're gone. Well, this could start to feel like that. Okay, my first problem with this is he virtually got suspended for that game because, to your point, 2 minutes and 50 seconds in, the primary defender on Steph Curry is gone for the rest of the game. So he actually, it's almost like the Deshaun conundrum that we keep going through. Well, Deshaun missed the whole year last year. Didn't that count as a suspension? Well, no, he might miss next year.
Correct.
Because now we're going to have to wait on all the civil suits to come down, and then we see what the NFL does with the outcome of all of the above.
Right.
And maybe they say, under pressure from Twitter, maybe they say, we better keep him out for another year, right?
Yep.
We see the Trevor Bauer situation in baseball.
Yes.
Oh, it's 2-year banishment. 2 years. Wow. Okay. Is it a little bit of Twitter overreaction where you got us on the run?
Basically, it's 2 years on top of the year that he already missed.
That's correct.
So basically, it's almost a 3-year suspension.
Okay. So this is the climate
Yes.
that we live in.
Yes.
These leagues are running scared to me of social media and the overreaction that was the Dylan Brooks foul. And to me, on first view, I thought it was a common foul. Then I said, well, okay, maybe it's a flagrant 1. But when we're going flagrant 2, I fell out of my chair. And I said, what happened to the league I used to love?
Yeah, that league
and it got so bad last night. I'm about to show you a play from the game last night where I said, I'm about ready to give the NBA a flagrant 3 for all the flagrant 1s and 2s that it keeps rolling
It
out.
seems like every foul, Skip, they go to the replay, they go to check and see if it was...
And now, when in doubt, they just go flagrant 1.
Right.
And if there's real doubt, they go flagrant 2. And I was so shocked on this one because I still say Dylan Brooks, again, he's a very aggressive player. So he's got some Draymond going on, but he doesn't do it in cheap shots. He just plays overly hard.
Yes.
So I don't think he was trying to get even for the Draymond.
No, I don't either. No.
He just said, hey,
I never thought
I'm
that.
going after this, and I'm going to make a real try to get my hand on the ball.
Right.
So he does a big, wide, long swipe at the basketball, and he missed it because it's on the other side of the body.
Right.
And as he goes for the basketball, his tricep part of his arm rakes across the back of Gary Payton's head. I still do not believe that caused the injury. You know, again, we could argue this all day, all night, and all day and another night about how out of control was Gary Payton as he hit the floor. Well, I was just shocked that he stuck and locked his elbow down and hit palm first with his left hand because that's asking for big trouble in your elbow.
Well, Skip, I just think the thing is, it's hard when you're up in the air because the first thing you do, okay, I'm going to try to brace my fall. You're not, because I think the thing is, Skip, like when guys go up for layups and things of that nature and nobody hits them, you see how D. Wade was very good at, Allen Iverson was very good at laying the ball up and sliding on the floor. Now when I'm going up, I'm just saying, oh, I just got a routine layup. Oh, somebody hit, damn, ooh. So the first thing you do is to try to protect yourself, Skip. And everybody keeps saying the playoffs is about hard fouls until somebody hard foul, and that's Steph Curry. And then what? You remember they changed the rule for Tom Brady.
They did.
Because they said, hold on, wait a minute. Trent Green had the exact same injury. That's how Kurt Warner got his start. Rodney Harrison hit him in his knee, and he was out for the entire season. In 2008, Bernie Pollard did the exact same to Tom Brady, and they completely changed the rule. Now you can't hit the quarterback below the waist, in the pocket.
Okay, but that's about ACL protection. That's about a knee injury that can cost you the rest of the season, right?
Skip, you're trying to protect the players. Skip, if you think about it, what have they done? They cleaned the NBA up to protect the players. The ratings went through the roof. Skip, everybody used to remember they used to have ESPN called Jacked Up. They used to have videos where they compile all the big hits and they would sell them.
They would.
And they're like, hold on, wait a minute. That's not the image that we want to portray. Yes, it's a physical game, Skip. Yes, once the playoff arrives, it gets more and more physical. But you don't ever want a situation where it gets to the point of physicality where I just think Dylan Brooks look, I don't think he intended it, but it don't matter whether he intended to. It was the end result that happened. Like I said, Skip, I'm not going down on his behalf to fight City Hall for it. They suspend him. I'm like, go and sit that one down.
Okay,
son.
your problem is he got hurt.
Yeah.
And you can't defend that.
No.
You can't disqualify it. You can try. You can say the foul didn't lead to the injury.
Right.
The injury was not a result of the blow to the back of the head.
Yes.
I can argue that all day. But a jury in this climate we live in would probably say, no.
No, Skip, because the real lawyer going to say it was a direct cause. The question is, would Gary Payton have extended his arm to brace his fall had Dylan Brooks not hit him upside his head and knocked him off balance? A jury's going to look at that and says, no, he would not have done that. He'd have just laid the ball up. He'd have landed on his feet. He'd have ran down.
Okay.
So now since Dylan Brooks hit him upside his head, knocked him off balance, caused him to put his hand to brace down. So,
All right, but if I were going Johnny Cochran on this, I would have my staff go back through 1,000 NBA games, and I would find in every game at least one play, if not two or three,
Right.
in which there was a high-speed attempt at a layup or dunk, and a foul occurred on the play, and both players hit the stanchion.
Right.
Because it happens
Right.
commonly. It's part of the game that you're going to get fouled as you go up. It's like LeBron with his chase downs. Every once in a while, you get there a touch late, you're going to hit the player in the air, and you're both going to go down
Right.
because that's part of the game.
Right.
Okay? And you have to learn from grade school on, from church league on, you have to learn how to fall.
Yes.
And you can't lock your elbow out and fall.
Skip, I knew how to fall. The thing was, is like, you understand, if no matter what, I'm running a route, I know the coverage, so I know where the collision should come from first. Skip, now I get up in the air, I got to not only maintain the football, but you said I got to learn how to fall. Well, hey, once I'm in the air, all bets are off. I'm trying to protect myself now.
But you know, the kind of, when Steve Kerr said broke the code used to get broken on submarines,
Yeah.
where a guy went up and you undercut him and took his